would you describe this linebacker room?
Man, something special. Everybody puts in so much time and extra work outside of just what's required as a program, and it's awesome to see how unified we've become, and just see like from the 3 years that I've been here, just how much we've grown so close together and gelled so well. It's just awesome to see us like go out and just work and show what we can do, like all of our abilities. Everyone's pushing each other, finding ways like our weaknesses, and coaching up each other. Like it's not leave one man out for himself. We're all doing it together, trying to see who we can turn around and bring along with us, So it's been awesome.
Coach Inch described you guys as like the junkies as far as your dedication to studying film, being prepared. What has led to that dedication and your preparation?
I mean, think of the greats. We see Al Wilson today. Film study, you learn about your opponents. It helps you become prepared. Like, yes, you can arise to the occasion, but at the end of the day, whenever stress hits us, we got to fall back on our habits. And when we fall back onto our film study and preparation that we take outside of just like our regular position meetings and whatnot, it has led to us like being able to make plays and be able to just show our athleticism and our abilities. So just being able to have film study has been contagious, and you see other guys sit and do it, and it's like, okay, well, we're going to do it too, And it's just been something that we've been able to build on, and it's helped us progress and learn a lot more about the game.
What's the next step for you? You've been here a couple of years, you've played a little bit. For you to get where you want to be, what's next for you?
Man, next step for me is just playing confidence, having confidence while I'm playing, just trusting my ability. I know what I'm doing. I take the time outside of football to watch film, just trust my ability and be able to go make a play regardless if I mess up, be in every play, be across the field, just be an athlete, show my athleticism. And, at the end of the day, it's going to work out for you if you just want to push yourself and give that 110 on the field.
What stands out about Coach Inge and who he is? What stands out about Coach Inge and who he is as a coach?
Coach Inge, he never holds back on who he is, and I think it gives that vulnerability piece, Like he's not worried about trying to prove himself to us. He comes to us just trying to make sure that it's more than just a football game to us. It's more than we're just football players. He wants to develop us as men, wants to teach us how to be the right people, doing the right things when no one's watching, having integrity, having that character piece of everything. And with that, I think it's really just helped us, earn that trust with him. Yes, he's funny and has his moments and has his little things to him, but I think that just helps us, be ourselves at the end of the day, and that helps us just build into who we are as a person and allows us to show that and display it on the field. So it's been awesome.
What was it like seeing Al Wilson at practice today, and did he have any words of wisdom for you guys?
Yes, of course. Al is an amazing dude, obviously a legend here and a great player. You always hear these stories about Al Wilson and how he led the team, and he always takes time. There was one time last year where I was actually walking out of the game and walking back up towards the facility, and he pulled me aside in the parking lot because he recognized me and was just talking to me and just talking about like the game and whatnot and just certain things that he sees. And he puts a lot of dedication. I know he's had his time here and whatnot, but the amount of time, like I said, and consideration he takes in trying to come back and give back to just to our program and to Tennessee itself really shows that like he cares a lot, and he knows that like his words have power, and his platform and what he's done here has power, and so he's just trying to build back into us, and it helps us just grow from that.
Does he still look like he could put the pads on and get out there and play?
Oh yeah, he's a solid dude for sure. I think most guys, you get done, it's like, oh well, I'm done playing, but yeah, he definitely put some pads on. He definitely fill them out for sure. So.
I think you're always trying to do your best at practice and everything, but when a guy like that's there to watch, does it kind of motivate you to go a little bit harder and maybe show out?
Always. It's one of those things. It's like there's scouts here. There's a lot of professionals. It's a professional environment we're in, and so you'd always just want to try to show out because you never know who's going to be watching. So you shouldn't just be something, like I said earlier, to rise to the occasion just because so-and-so is here. You should always, be consistent with that and have a consistent energy and effort that you're displaying. And so, yes, Al Wilson's here is always like, man, that's a Tennessee legend. And obviously at linebacker, you want to show out for him. But, at the end of the day, it's just being who we are and giving that effort consistently. So despite whoever's watching.
How do you feel like your role within the linebacker room, maybe as a leader, is different this year than it was last year?
Just being more vocal, to be honest. I actually just got back from a Vols leaders trip, and you think of leadership being something where you always see people being out front, with hoorah and whatnot, and just having the loudest voice. But for me, my leadership has honestly been a lot more of just talking one-on-one with people, and that's really helped. Seeing that out of country, seeing the power of sport, and being able to give back into these programs and people there who truly just look up to us as athletes has like allowed me to take that back here and to show like, man, it doesn't have to be a certain way of leadership. It can be so many different ways that can be unique to me. And so like for my role, it's been obviously I can speak up on situations, speak up to the group and even to the team, but also, like I said, just falling back on leading by example and always just being able to like talk one-on-one with people, because I feel like it builds more of a trust and a relationship side, and that's always been big for me, is building that relationship with people on my team, because it builds that trust and shows that I really care for them and want them to do good. So if I can take time to build onto who they are and what they're doing and, you know, trying to help them get their fundamentals down, then I feel that it will ultimately just lead for a better, you know, like gelling of the team and just, you know, put us in the right direction.
What went into your number change? You were 8 in high school?
Yeah, so I've always been number 8 coming out of middle school and high school, and it was bittersweet because I've kind of built a name for 40 here, and so that's what everyone's always just remembered me as. But for me, I felt that with the number 8, it was a good reminder to not worry about, you know, not overthink and think so much on the field. Because in high school, you know, I was just going out, being an athlete and trusting my ability and just trying to give my all for my team. And that's really the reason why I chose it, because it was just a reminder to me to stop overthinking so much and just trust myself. Because as long as I can give my all and my effort for the team, that at the end of the day, that's who it's going to be. And it doesn't have to be anything else besides that. So that's why I chose 8.
Your dad played Canadian ball. Is there any parts of the Canadian game that maybe translate into your game today?
I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest. My dad was a free safety. You know, he was about 212, 215. He's a pretty solid dude coming down. And to be honest, like, I think I just get like pursuing the ball and stuff from him and being able to, you know, go across the field and whatnot. So I get that from him, but he's always been so hard on me. You know, he's like, you're never going to be, you know, you weren't as fast as me, or like, you never did this like me. I always jumped 5 inches higher than you or whatnot. So he's always just pushed me, and that's kind of just drove me to, you know, always trying to get better than him. But at the end of the day, I always just keep bettering myself, and that's all we can do.